and welcome to another episode of the Stream of Consciousness podcast.
Yes, it is called the Stream of Consciousness because
we have no clue what we're doing.
Yes, we both actually pee together before this episode starts. Like every episode we pee together, we cross our streams while in deep thought. Hashtag Stream of Consciousness.
Why you gotta tell them that? That was our private shit. Why you gotta tell them that, huh?
Our private shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. Okay, so what are we talking about on this fine rainy day?
Rainy day. It's always a rainy day here in freaking Mobile. It never stops.
It doesn't.
Like every time I cut my grass, it rains.
And
the next
the grass
day
grows.
Yeah, the next day. Or last time me and you were cutting the grass, it rained during.
Look, you have to find that sweet spot of sunlight to cut your grass.
And if you drive through my neighborhood, everybody's grass is always shorter than mine. I think mine grows faster than there must have been.
I don't think that's how grass
There
works.
must have been an event where every bird and raccoon and animal in this neighborhood carried seeds into my yard.
You know what you do? You just throw acid on it.
That might work.
Or you just burn it all.
Yeah, I need a riding lawnmower. Anyway. Welcome.
what is that? Okay,
Oh, man. You know what I recently read about?
Hot Topic?
Huh?
Hot Topic?
What?
The
What?
store?
What?
Yeah.
Hot Topic?
Yeah.
Does that still exist?
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't go to the mall, man.
I haven't been to the mall since a kid.
Exactly so.
Well, I went inside once. Like a couple years ago to go in with my wife for Bath and Body Works. Ugh. Anyway, it smelled good though. Anyway, no, I just recently read about not recently, but have you ever heard about the that North Sentinel Island tribe, like uncontacted, still cut off from the rest of the world?
Yes. But is that the cannibal one, or am I thinking
I'm
about
not sure about cannibal. Nobody's gotten close enough, like, to be able to know if they're cannibals or whatnot. But I'm pretty sure they are because to foreigners and everything. I know there was one instance where a helicopter got close and it started taking arrows and spears through the freaking windshield of the helicopter.
Okay, first, would you, if you had the chance, eat human flesh? To try it. No repercussions, no nothing.
I am a man of curiosity, so yeah, I would.
So, some people says it tastes like veal, some people says it tastes like pork. If it does, then hell yeah, I am fucking down.
Yeah. Everything tastes good if you season it right.
Everything tastes like chicken.
Yeah. But I think if I'm reading about the same tribe, there's a crashed boat there, like a big. It's either like a ship or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a giant ship.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember reading that they were eventually rescued or if maybe they were eaten.
Okay, I remember hearing about this. I think they were rescued.
Okay.
But they were getting attacked.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I wonder if this is that same tribe where that Christian missionary tried to.
I think it is.
Yeah, he definitely got killed.
No, apparently there was a photo, right? And that came out like after he disappeared. Apparently, if you look in one of the photos, there's just this dude, and he's kind of light skinned. And
what you mean he was acclimated into the tribe?
Maybe it looked like he had glasses. So maybe.
Come on.
I don't know.
Come on, you'd have to learn the whole language and everything. Unless they still just grunt. It's Rick Ross.
Rick Ross goes there. My king. Didn't he lose a lot of weight?
He did lose a lot of weight, and him and Mark Henry very much resemble each other now.
Ow. Okay, so let's say we had the chance to go, right?
To go to the Sentinel Island without being harmed?
That's the thing. We don't know. Let's say we had the chance to go. What would you bring with you?
Anything, right?
Yeah.
A gun, definitely.
One thing only.
Oh. Like, just literally one thing on your person, period, ever.
Well, no, you could just bring anything from here, like from the U.S. to there. One thing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for personal protection and everything.
No,
I would definitely bring to them a phone or a computer to show them technology.
Dude, they got Wi-Fi. It's like, where your Wi-Fi at?
It's just carved into the tree.
Yeah, it's like.
This is where you get the best signal. But yeah, that. But I would. You could show them a gun too, because you show them something like a gun, they get better ideas, like a crossbow or something like that. They already have bows and arrows apparently when they attack that helicopter. But just crazy to me how you can just live cut off by the outside world, or you have yourself cut off the outside world, and still have survived for this long. I wonder how big that island is for them to be able to survive off of the animals there and everything. I'm assuming there's animals there.
Okay, look up the island real quick. What was it called again?
North Sentinel Island.
I wonder if there's like people there that thinks it's just them, and there's like no outside world, like their elders tell them it's just them, no one else.
Kind of like North Korea,
Yeah.
where Kim Jong-un has convinced his people that, you know, he's the only one that's supplying food. It's so scarce and everything like that. No, they don't have internet access or anything like that. So here's the North Sentinel Island. It's on Google Maps.
Oh, okay, that's not scary. Let's see.
North
if it
Sentinel
works.
Island. This is
It
it right
seems to
here.
work.
This is how big that is. It's a pretty big island.
It's a decent size.
Yeah, it's a pretty big island. I could see how you could possibly survive there.
Yeah. And fishing and stuff too.
Yeah. I wonder if they have a Walmart.
Nah, they probably got a.
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. I wonder if they got McDonald's.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how civilized they are within themselves, you know. You don't really know anything about them, but I wonder if they have implemented like a currency system, you know, like bartering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Trading, whatnot.
There's like all trees,
Yeah.
which is crazy. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah. Also, another thing is, you know how, according to like evolution and everything, there used to be multiple species of humans.
Yeah.
If they have evolved anywhere past what they are right now, if they're closer to back then's DNA or closer to our current DNA.
I would think it would be back then, right? Because of the way they live.
Yeah.
Yeah, because considering if they're just on the island, secluded by themselves, there's no other, DNA species? DNA being introduced into that pool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of stagnant, right?
Yeah. And I wonder if they've discovered fire yet. I'm assuming maybe not, because
I mean, maybe if they have bow and arrows.
yeah, but I'm sure if they discovered fire, there would be, you know, smoke coming from it or something like that.
True.
And you know, apparently there have been no burned trees.
Yeah.
You know.
So what you're telling me is
So they're probably stupid.
all they eat is sushi.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they live in
yeah,
the
they might
life.
have to have fire to be able to
Yeah.
cook their food, unless they are that far back to where they're eating raw meat and stuff like that, and they just their bodies can do that. I don't
Okay,
know.
you know what would be cool? If we just get like a expensive ass drone and fly it around the island and see what
I'm
what
sure
goes
that's
on and
I'm
shit.
sure that's been discussed. I'm sure that's been done. As far as I know, that you're not allowed to do anything. Like, it's a government sanction and everything.
Oh, it
You're not
is?
allowed to do all that kind of
Fudge.
stuff. Yeah, same as that Snake Island.
Snake Island?
You've not heard of Snake Island?
What the hell is?
Tourists can't travel to it. It's just there's like 10 snakes per square foot.
Huh.
It's that many snakes, yeah. Researchers, it says the island is untouched by human developers for a very good reason. Researchers estimate that on the island live between 1 and 10 snakes per square meter. The snakes live off of the migratory birds enough to keep the snake density remarkably high that use the island as a resting point. Might not be so terrible. Snakes were, say, 2 inches long and non-venomous. The snakes, however, are a unique species of pit viper, the golden lancehead.
Ooh.
The lancehead genus of snakes is responsible for 90% of Brazilian snake-related fatalities. The golden lanceheads that occupy Snake Island grow up to well over a half meter long, and they possess a powerful, fast-acting venom that melts the flesh around the bites.
Melts?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, this is an island full of them. You're not allowed to go there because it's just I believe there's another island like that where it's spiders.
Spider Island?
I don't know what it's called, but I thought that I read something.
Why? How does that happen?
I don't know.
Like, is it just because humans didn't do anything to it, and then the snake population just got out of control?
I just don't know. Especially as an island, how did snakes get there? If you believe in more Christian ideologies and everything, and not Pangea, where the continents all broke up,
okay, if there's so many snakes there, where do they get their food from?
It says they eat on the birds that stop there. It's an island, so the birds stop there to rest.
Damn, that.
But how many birds got to stop there for this entire island to be filled?
Okay, how many snakes in what was it?
It said like 10 per square foot or square meter.
Per square meter?
Yeah, what is a meter? Fuck, we're not British. So what is this?
We're American.
I thought a meter was like almost 3 feet.
Oh, it was probably like 3.5 feet. Yeah, 3.5 ish. Holy shit. So this thing is probably like a foot, right?
Yeah, these are square feet. Yeah, so this whole house divided by 3. This house is 1,800 square foot divided by 3. Because there's 600 times 10. That'd be 6,000 snakes in this one very house.
So yeah, let's say like you get a flock of birds from like 20 birds probably.
Maybe.
That's nothing.
Maybe.
That is not. Aren't snakes cannibals?
I'm sure it has to be something like that. I'm sure it has to be because there's snakes in the middle of the island. I'm sure the birds mostly stop on the edge of the island, but maybe they go closer in for food and whatnot. I don't know. It's got to be. They got to feed on each other at least.
Yeah, I'm thinking like different species feed on each other and stuff probably.
Man, that's crazy. 6,000 snakes in this entire house. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. I've always been terrified of reptilians and amphibians.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, amphibians, I know, because you always freaked out whenever you hung out at my house because of all the frogs.
All kinds of different weird islands out there that...
Have you heard of Nemo Point?
No.
So apparently that point is literally the middle of nowhere. So that point is the furthest from any island, land, or anything. It is like right dab in the middle of nowhere.
Where? In the Pacific?
It is in close to the Antarctic, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Consider yourself dead. Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing. Nemo's Point is the middle of nowhere.
Where did you get that name from?
In the movie. Pole of inaccessibility. That sounds scary as hell. Okay, let's go back to the island. Island.
I can't.
I can't believe that.
He about that like he a thug, right? Oh man.
You see the video of Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart reacting to
this?
This?
Yes.
And when they say gang gang or whatever, and Snoop Dogg's like, hey, don't say that.
People forget that Snoop Dogg was on trial for murder at one point.
Yeah.
Crazy. So the someone in Illinois won that Mega Millions lottery.
They did?
Yeah, so it says the winning ticket was sold in Illinois.
Damn. How much was it?
Like 1.1 billion or something like that. What?
So
The taxes on it, I did the math. When the jackpot was 970 million, the taxes on it for Alabama, I believe they said we'd walk away with. If you took the lump sum, you'd walk away with 420 million.
shit.
Yeah. Am I complaining about 420 million? No. But if you take the overtime payments and everything, get closer to 660 million. I'd still take the lump sum.
I don't know. I'll take the overtime because I don't want to spend it all at once.
How are you gonna spend 420 million all at once,
Man,
bro?
I'm just saying. You see these athletes, they go broke after they retire from the
but
league.
that's because every night they're in the club.
Yeah.
They're spending
But
hundreds
then
of thousands
again,
of dollars on champagne and.
the thing is too, if like friends and family find out.
Yeah, no, I don't care who finds out because ultimately it's me.
True.
You know how I'm sure if I won the lottery, all of a sudden I got 600 new relatives and everything coming out the woodworks. But I'd take the lump sum so I can go ahead and start like investing and stuff. What's the very first purchase you would buy?
Me?
Yeah, not very first investment. I'm talking about like literally the first time you hand that
House for my parents.
I'm talking about like right after you leave and cash that ticket out.
Like,
You're heading right to the bank and buying a house for your parents?
yeah, I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting a house for them and then a house for me.
Not even a bottle of water, bro?
Bro, I drink air.
Yeah, honestly, same. I'd probably pay this house off and just give it to my mom. Ideally, I'd move to Nashville, Tennessee.
Why?
Well, because it's beautiful there, but it's up in the mountains, Smoky Mountains and whatnot. It's near the Smoky Mountains, but it's Nashville. It's still a big city. There's still a lot of nightlife to do and everything like that. But also, it's Nashville, Tennessee. You can still find very secluded houses there. Okay, it's far enough south to where I don't have to get into like crazy liberal territory and everything like that. And not saying it's a problem if you're liberal, but some of you are very vocal and I'm not very confrontational.
It's usually the minority though.
Yeah, but it's far enough south to where you're not getting to that liberal territory, but it still snows there,
No.
So I think it's the perfect.
Okay.
My dream spot used to be Seattle.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of crazies in
Crazy,
Seattle.
and it rains a lot there too.
Yeah.
But okay, first purchase, not including a house, a car. What do you get?
I don't know. I think I'd buy my wife something shiny.
Okay, no house, no car, no jewelry.
Damn. no house, nothing that doesn't come out of a gas station.
Nothing on this earth.
Damn.
By the diamond planet.
Yeah. Not a vehicle, not a house, not jewelry.
Nothing for your wife, nothing for your friends or family.
Just for me?
Yeah.
I don't know. A large pizza?
Can you?
What?
Can you buy that now?
Shit, we might be having that for lunch in a second.
Hell yeah.
But Wendy's, which is right next to Chick-fil-A.
Wendy's nuts.
Speaking of, did you see the all the messages that sent to that scammer?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna read them out loud. Let's see. I had a scammer recently contacted me. I think they thought that I was my wife because I got my wife in my profile picture. She also got the same message. The conversation starts off with your not apostrophe R-E. You're too beautiful for me to ignore.
Ignore.
Yeah. So we get to talking and everything, and I'm trolling, and he keeps asking me about myself. He goes, I guess I already told you a little about myself, so it's your turn now. And I'm trying to set him up for punch after punch. I say, answer me one more thing for me and I'll tell you. He says, I have come this far, but you haven't made a single step. I said, okay, I'll take a step. He said, okay. I said, what do you want to know? He said, name and occupation, country of origin. I said, I'm from Vietnam, but moved after I was diagnosed with ligma. I said, how long have you been in the States? He didn't care that I said I got diagnosed with ligma for one. He said, how long have you been in the States? I said, a long time. Getting treatments for ligma. So sorry about that. How is your health situation now? I said, well, it's ligma. He said, put it in full meaning to avoid misunderstanding of short abbreviation. I meant the word ligma. I said, you don't know what ligma is? He said, ligma cancer? Okay, please explain to me. He said, okay, please explain to me. I said, ligma balls, bitch. He put the rolling eye emoji. He said, you think I'm here for a joke, huh? I said, I'm kidding. Your friend Joe told me to say that. He said, Joe. I said, Joe mama. He said, that's another joke. I got you this time. I said, okay, no more jokes. He said, good. Back to where we stopped. I said, okay. He said, I'm waiting, dear, because he thinks I'm my wife. So I've been in Candace, USA for 5 years. He said, Candace? I said, Candace dick fit in your mouth. He said, okay, I'm out of this. It's a whole lot of jokes. And as a military personnel, I don't have much time for such baby. All right. Well, he stole a military recruiter's account. It's an actual military recruiter's account, Asian guy or whatever from California and everything. So he's posing as a military personnel. So he said, as a military personnel, I don't have time for such baby. I sent him a picture of the drill sergeant hand. And then drop and give me 20 licks of these nuts. He said, tell me. I guess he's just getting tired of my jokes and said, tell me. I said, I work with Philip. He said, Philip who? What? I said, Philip on his dick. He said, not this time. And he said, and I get to asking him a bunch of questions and everything. And he says, you want me to tell you? I said, a favor first before you tell me anything. He said, a favor? These days, favor doesn't come free of charge. I sent him the meme. I said, I'm going to give you $100 to fuck off. Which was his end goal, was to get some money, but he just got a meme of money.
I'm surprised he didn't look at the account and then saw the names and was like, this is your uncle from Vietnam and I need money.
Yeah. Have you seen those other scam accounts where it was like, hello, they do like all these weird analysis, the algorithms and stuff like that, where it shows you the data of what you like and everything like that. Yeah. And like, so say for instance, there was a girl that likes Rihanna, right? Yeah. They hit up the account. This is a real one. They hit up the account and it says, hey, this is Rihanna. I'm coming to perform in your city, but I don't have enough money for plane ticket. Can you send me $600 in gift cards so I can come perform for you? Ooh, nah.
I wonder, has anyone fell for one of those?
I'm sure they have. Yeah. If it's a widely implemented
system.
Yeah, I'm sure people have. I love when those Middle Eastern people call talking about, this is the sheriff's department, we're gonna come and arrest you if you don't pay X amount in back taxes and whatnot. Yeah, dude, I'll be acting all kinds of flabbergasted. What? I'll string them along for an hour, bro.
I was supposed to pay taxes?
They hit my mom up one time. They were talking about the taxes and everything. She goes, I don't live in Texas. And I'm every time you talk about lakes and people talk about going to lakes and everything for, summer and all that. And, we got a lake house and everything. Dude, all I can think about is like all these horror stories that I've read about killers stalking people in lake houses, or you get there and there were squatters, living in the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I quite simply, even if I won the Mega Millions, I would not buy a lake house.
No.
Unless it was occupied.
Unless it was my house.
Yeah, exactly. There's like rich people who have 4 or 5 different houses in different areas, and like that's cool and all, but
I mean,
why?
I'd get multiple houses if like those houses were in a gated community.
Yeah, something like that.
After
I told,
something.
and me and my wife were talking about it and everything, and I told her after if we won the Mega Millions and everything, and after everything was taken care of here, I would definitely buy like a small cottage in Germany.
Yeah.
And just Airbnb it.
Yeah. Make some money off that hoe.
Yeah. Or in like France, you could, start like not a hotel, but just like different Airbnbs and everything like that. But because the language barrier in France, like a lot of them don't speak. You would expect like a place like in France to have a lot of English speaking people and everything, but they don't. And they actually get offended when you don't speak French. But all you gotta put is, hey, this is English speaking.
Yeah,
and then people flock to it.
Also, don't they get offended if you speak bad French?
Yeah, they do. My papa, his last name is Marceau, Freddie Marceau, and he said when he went to France on a business trip and everything, they got offended because he has a French last name and did not speak French and kicked him out of the restaurant.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and then also he went into another restaurant and asked if anyone spoke English.
Yeah,
and they kicked him out.
Damn.
Yeah, you want to talk about
the city of love?
People. Yeah, the city, Paris. From what I've heard from people I know that have gone to Paris, they say it's actually a lot dirtier. It stinks. It's nothing like TV. The Eiffel Tower is so populated and so crowded. There's no way you could be up there on a romantic date by yourself with someone,
Just go to Las Vegas to look at the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. But I wouldn't go to Paris anyway. Screw that.
No Paris. But you want to go to Vietnam.
I want to go to Germany most of all, just to tour the castles.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, like there's a castle in Germany that's still occupied by the OG family. They have never moved out.
That's
for
pretty
generations
cool.
And generations have never moved out, and that would be really cool to take a tour through there and just have them explain the history of the family. Who they were, who the knights were, who the lords were, who they was beefing with the castle across the the land.
If I had the money, I would go do research on the Knights of the Round Table. Just go there, like follow their tracks, follow like history books and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
if I had the money, I would be living a national treasure life. Have you seen Uncharted yet?
Uncharted
With Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland?
No.
It's a lot like National Treasure. They're just following history to find treasure.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
I definitely do that kind of stuff. I do that stuff now, even if I didn't win.
That'd be cool.
I'm not smart enough.
I mean, it just depends on the people you can find.
Yeah.
That can help you out. Because that's like most of these treasure history hunting shows. It's just like they get their hosts and then they get people that know about the history to help them out, pretty much.
Yeah, I was watching a show on Disney Plus. I forget what it's called, but it was an Asian guy with a prosthetic leg, I believe.
Yeah.
And he used what's called LiDAR tech and all that. You want to talk about a misleading show? I thought he was going to discover something every episode. It was never.
No, they never discover.
Yeah, they don't ever discover nothing.
Here you should watch Expedition Unknown. That show.
You told me about that.
Yeah.
You showed me an episode of that last time we were over.
I showed you Expedition X. There's also Expedition Unknown, which is like the original one. Expedition X is kind of like a spin-off, kind of. But yeah,
It reminded me a lot of Fact or Faked or
Paranormal Files.
Was it Fact or Fake?
Fact or Fake Paranormal Files.
Yeah, but
with
they
like
also
the-
did aliens and stuff too.
Yeah. That show was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember a video that looked really convincing of like 3 UFO lights in the sky and everything like that, but they recreated on the dot reflection
Easily.
of the light bulbs in the house and everything.
So easy.
They were really good with it.
Speaking of,
Have you watched The Boys?
no.
You need to watch The Boys.
But I just watch random ass shit.
Huh?
I just be watching random stuff sometimes.
Watch The Boys. Yeah, I told you about it, right?
Yeah. So that show, that 3rd season is gonna be the last season, and I'm kind of sad.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, think about it. There are shows like Grey's Anatomy who overstay their welcome.
That is true.
Then there are shows where literally they quit in their prime and you remember nothing but
And
good
then-
memories about it. The
and then-
100 sucked. The ending sucked.
And then there's shows that just only get 1 season,
Yeah.
and which sucks.
You know what's crazy to me? How like it's all about viewership. It's all about like how much it's consumed, how much the content is consumed, and everything like that. You could have like a hit show as far as connecting with the people that watch it and everything. They love it, but like if the numbers aren't there, they'll just cancel that shit. They'll rip that shit out from under you.
Sometimes they'll have some pretty decent numbers, but they're just like, not good enough.
Yeah, I remember the last time something like that happened was I remember there was a show called Twisted.
Twisted. I think I.
It was on ABC, and it had Avin Jogia, the guy. He was Beck in Victorious, and you know the show was like he killed his aunt when he was 11 or whatever. Now he's out of prison and in high school and everything like that, and he's keeping the secret. He won't tell why he killed his aunt. He strangled her with a jump rope. He won't tell why he killed his aunt. His 2 best friends from back then, you know, they finally start hanging out and everything again. He still won't tell. He says to protect them and everything. And all the entire time it was and then the very first episode, a girl dies. The day he comes back, a girl from the high school dies.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And she texted him before she died.
Oh,
she says, come over. I know why you killed your aunt.
Oh no.
So she dies, and then the episode ends with him holding the necklace that she was wearing earlier in the episode and everything, and he's looking at it all weird and shit like he killed her. But he didn't kill her. He didn't kill his aunt. It's a good show. You should give it a watch.
Twisted?
Twisted, yeah. But what I'm getting at is that's a show where the viewers weren't there, so they canceled it for another pilot of another show that also tanked.
That's dumb.
So I was like, why not bring it back? And they never did. It went for 2 seasons, and like I loved it. It was awesome. He didn't kill his aunt.
Did they? You never found out why, huh?
Yeah, you find out why. It ends on a completely different note. The second season ends on a cliffhanger, but not nothing regarding him and his
Aunt?
aunt. Yeah, his dad killed his aunt.
What the fuck?
Placed the jump rope in his hand and said, "You have to do this for me if you love me."
What the fuck?
And then when he's in juvie, his dad stops visiting, and 5 months later goes missing. He apparently falls off a boat and dies. His body was never recovered, but his dad was gone. He was there the whole time, you know.
Yeah.
And man, you want to talk about a good show? That was a good show. I was devastated when they canceled it. And you should give the first 2 seasons a watch, though. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Where is it on?
It's on Hulu.
Oh,
Twisted.
Hulu.
called
Hulu has almost everything.
Yeah, it's called Twisted. No, I spared you a lot of very, very important details, but
I don't
in
care.
case you wanted to give it
You
a
know I
watch.
don't care about spoilers.
It is good.
Speaking of good shows, the Disney Star Wars shows that they be coming out with.
Oh yeah,
They
baby.
be pretty damn good.
I already chalked up that Obi-Wan and Anakin scene as top 5 right there. It was amazing when he
Yeah,
cracked that helmet in half and
great.
everything, which happened already before in the Clone Wars and everything. Well, that wasn't the first time we saw the half-cracked helmet and his face showing and everything, but to see it in live action with the real actors, the original Anakin and everything,
Yeah.
that was amazing. And you notice in the episode where he says, and the voice change is kind of still Darth, kind of still Anakin,
Yeah.
and he goes, Anakin is dead.
Yeah.
It's blue. Anakin starts talking. You hear Anakin. You say, "You didn't kill Anakin, Obi-Wan. I did." And then it turns red when he says, "And now I'm going to destroy you, Obi-Wan." And it signals the official death of Anakin Skywalker right there.
It's pretty cool how all of this is kind of out of order, but
Yeah.
the writing's just so good that it just works.
You know what I hate? I say WWE fans are the most toxic fan base on the entire planet, which is still true. Star
Wrestling
Wars
fans
is a
in
close second. I have seen nothing but Star Wars fans shitting on
No.
the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you watched the movies?
The movies? No, but I heard the new ones suck ass. Apparently, I don't know.
I'm a casual Star Wars fan. I enjoy all the Star Wars
Like,
movies.
I just read up on stuff. I don't feel like what I just like reading up on the lore and stuff. Like reading up on all the Sith lords and stuff like that. The Rule of 2. I didn't know that was a thing. What was it? What's the new girl? What's her name?
Rey?
Yeah, Rey. How everyone just shits on her.
The movies weren't bad. The writing was.
What was it? I saw her name was Skywalker. I was like, is she an actual Skywalker? I was like,
No, she's a Palpatine, and she gave her name. She gave
Yeah.
herself the Skywalker name at the end of the trilogy.
yeah.
Yeah, bad writing. Like the entire time watching all 3 of those sequels, I was thinking from the first movie, I was like, okay, so that's, FN 21 whatever, Finn.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's a former stormtrooper. What's it called? Stormtrooper?
Yeah, Stormtroopers.
I get it mixed up. He's a former stormtrooper, and then you see him in the woods with Kylo Ren, and he picks up the lightsaber and everything. So you're like, oh, obviously this story needs to end with him, being a Jedi. To me, that would be like the ultimate story, to go from stormtrooper to Jedi. And no, it was mostly just comprised of him screaming Rey at the top of his lungs the entire sequel.
Okay, so I've seen this theory is that Mace Windu is still alive.
Samuel Jackson says Mace Windu is still alive.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you know why he has a purple lightsaber?
Just because he wanted a
Yeah.
purple lightsaber.
That's some badass shit.
Yeah. You know why Luke had a green lightsaber in the Starlight Pit scene?
No.
Because a blue lightsaber would not be very visible against a blue background, the sky. So they just changed it to green.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But so I didn't know that lightsaber color had like different meanings and stuff.
Yeah, the crystals and all
Yeah.
that stuff, yeah.
Like, what was it, blue or like warriors? Green or like thinkers, pretty much.
That's strong as shit.
Grape juice.
Yeah.
Strong grape juice. Damn.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself the hugest Star Wars fan in the world. I'd be lying if I said I knew every single thing about Star Wars, but I love Star Wars. It's real nice. I'm a casual Star Wars fan, but I love it.
It's pretty cool.
Nor would I want to be considered an avid Star Wars fan. Those guys are douchebags. You know?
Here's the thing.
Douchebags.
When you start liking stuff a bit too much, you become a douchebag about it.
Yeah.
That's everyone, right? Wrestling fans, internet wrestling fans.
No, I love Batman with all my heart. You know that. But me, as far as me, when I become an obsessive fan about something, I just get real defensive about it to the haters and everything. There's people who are so into it and they read so much into it that they're a critic. They're like critical of every single thing. There's always some kind of criticism, just simple, stupid, ignorable shit. Like, oh, Robert Pattinson's Batman cowl, the forehead is stuck out too much.
Oh yeah, stuff like that.
Who cares?
Look, you could make the perfect Batman movie and they would still find something.
Here's the thing. The Dark Knight trilogy is still considered the best Batman movies, right?
Yeah.
If The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger's Joker were to come out today, they would shit on it. Batman fans would shit on it. They shit on it when it came out then. They said Heath Ledger as the Joker, that's gonna bomb. And they were wrong. They said he's too pretty.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was like, oh, he's too pretty. He doesn't look grizzled enough to be the Joker. And then he transformed into the Joker. Terrifying, by the way. But it's weird. Fan bases are weird. I follow Jalen Hurts with the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. Every time I go online and I read something about the Eagles, all these so-called Eagles fans are shitting on their own team. Like, we don't sit there and just talk shit about Alabama's roster all day.
Same thing with the Dolphins fans.
Yeah.
Shitting on Tua. Which is weird. We started off on a secluded village to getting shot in the back.
Is it even a village?
Is it?
No, I think it's just like a tribe.
Tribe. What constitutes a village?
I would say at the very least a village has to have. Okay, so there's houses, not houses. There's dwellings. Apparently, but there's got to be a center where they all.
But how do we know that there's not any of that?
I don't know. True, that's true. But they don't even have clothes, So
does that make a difference?
I don't know. I don't know if they're so uncivilized to the point where they're just still sleeping on the ground and everything. I don't know if it gets cold there. I don't know any of that.
I wonder how they are ran.
How they what?
Are ran? Do they just have one high chief, or is it just the whole group coming together?
Yeah, see, I don't know. This civilization of it, the hierarchy, I don't know if they're. I don't even know if. Obviously, they can communicate with each other, but are they actually talking, or are they doing sign language, or some kind of weird grunting that the cavemen used to do and everything like that?
Do you think they're artistic?
Artistic?
Yeah.
Naturally, as humans, maybe, possibly.
Music, stuff like that.
I don't know about music.
Well,
but
it's always
for them to hear a bird singing and that it's a pleasant sound and everything, and as humans you try to replicate anything you deem as pleasant, so
But what if they don't deem it as pleasant?
Yeah, a bird singing is a demon. I don't know. Be interesting. I haven't read enough about it. What if all these questions I'm asking, there's answers to? I just didn't read enough.
Well, we should look them up. What do they call it again?
North Sentinel Island.
No, they're people. The people. The tribe. Nordstrom.
Their tribal chief is Roman Reigns.
Believe that.
First thing I look up, the first thing I see is North Sentinel Island, COVID. If they were, locked off from the outside world, do you think COVID would have still reached them?
No.
Everything we know about the people of the North Sentinel Island. Let's see. Who are these people? They're people. Okay. Okay, so I was right. Based on a single visit to the Sentinelese village in 1967, we know that they live in lean-to huts with slanted roofs. Panda described a group of huts built facing one another with a carefully tended fire outside each one. We know that they build small, narrow outrigger canoes, which they maneuver with long poles in the relatively shallow, calm waters inside the reef. So they're pretty
civilized.
civilized. Yeah. From these canoes, they fish, they harvest crabs. They are hunter-gatherers, and their lifestyle is anything like that of the related Adamanese peoples. Okay, there's another people like them. Holy crap. We need to look into them. They probably live on fruits and tubers that grow wild on the island.
What?
Eggs from seagulls or turtles, and small game like wild pigs or birds. They carry bows and arrows as well as spears and knives. And unwelcome visitors have learned to respect their skill with all of the above. Many of these tools and weapons are tipped with iron.
What? That's very advanced.
They harvest iron from that shipwreck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, tuber is like a potato.
Find, washed ashore, and work to suit their needs. No, I'm pretty sure they got them from that shipwreck. That's what I read.
No.
They weave baskets, and they use wooden adzes tipped with iron. Salvage crews anchored near the island in the mid-1990s described bonfires on the beach at night.
Okay, so they got
and the
fire.
sounds of people singing.
Okay, yeah. All we had to do was look it up.
Yeah, but so far, none of the language is known to outsiders. Anthropologists usually make a point to refer to people by the name they use for themselves, but no one outside North Sentinel Island actually knows what they call themselves, let alone how to greet them or ask what their view of the world and their role in it really looks like. What we know for sure is they don't care much for company, and they've expressed that clearly without a common language. Why don't they like visitors? One night in 1771, an East India Company vessel sailed past Sentinel Island and saw lights gleaming on the shore. But the ship was on a hydrographic survey mission and had no reason to stop, so the people remained undisturbed for nearly a century, until an Indian merchant ship called the Nineveh ran aground on the reef. 86 passengers and 20 crew managed to splash their way to the beach. They huddled there for 3 days before the Sentinelese evidently decided the intruders had overstayed their welcome, a point they made with bows and iron-tipped arrows. Western history only records that the Nineveh side of the encounter, but it's interesting to speculate on what might have happened to these villages behind the scenes. Was there debate about how to handle these newcomers? Did the shipwreck victims cross a boundary or violate a law unknown to them, prompting them to respond hostile, or did they just take them 3 days to decide what to do? The passengers of the crew responded with sticks and stones, and the two sides formed an uneasy detente until a Royal Navy vessel arrived to rescue the shipwreck survivors. While they were in the neighborhood, the British decided to declare Sentinel Island part of Britain's colonial holdings.
What?
A decision which really mattered only to Britain until 1880. That's when a young Royal Navy officer named Maurice Vidal Portman took charge of the Andaman and Nicobar colony. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
So there's quite a history with this island.
They found only hastily abandoned villages. On the Adamanese Island. They found only hastily abandoned villages. The people seemed to have seen the intruders coming and fled to hiding places further inland. But one elderly couple and 4 children must have lagged behind, and Portman and his search party captured them and carried them off to Port Blair, the colonial capital on South Andaman Island. Soon, all 6 of the kidnapped Sentinelese became desperately sick, and the elderly couple died in Port Blair. Portman somehow decided it was a good idea to drop off the 4 sick children on the beach of North Sentinel with a small pile of gifts. We have no way to know whether the children spread their illness to the rest of their people or what that impact might have been. Because it was so far back.
Oh, shit.
Is it possible to make friends?
No.
No.
I think that's why they're mad.
Maybe. What happens now? Given that history, it's not remotely surprising that the Sentinelese people saw American tourist John Allen show as a trespasser when he stepped onto their island earlier this month and stood on the beach singing hymns. They chased him away twice, but when he ventured ashore a third time, they're believed to have killed him. But you think that he was initiated into the tribe.
That's the video I saw.
Show me a picture. They chased him away. Okay.
What was his name again?
John Allen Chau.
Chow.
Now it appears they buried his remains as they did with the 2 Indian fishermen in 2006. The Indian government has now called off the search for Chow's body, citing danger to both search personnel and the Sentinelese people. The incident has sparked discussion about the protections for relatively uncontacted groups like the Sentinelese. Pandit has advocated leaving them be. According to the now retired anthropologist, the Sentinelese have made it clear.
Oh no.
They don't want contact and are doing just fine on their own. Indian officials continue to visit the island for periodic consensuses. The last one was in 2011.
Okay, no, it wasn't this dude, and it wasn't this group. It was a different group. It was a group of actual cannibals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that.
Tell me about it.
I already told you about it.
What is it, on an island somewhere?
I have no clue, but what I remember from it, it was just this tribe of cannibals. This man just went in there to, I think, study them, stuff like that. And I think from what I've heard is like they're cannibals, but it's not like a everyday type of thing. It's just like they've
done it before.
They've done it before. Done it before, and it's just like against their enemies, not like people in their tribe.
Did you know monkeys do that? They will eat enemy monkey groups babies.
Okay, let's say this, right? If a human eats a monkey, is that cannibalism to a point?
I would say no.
No?
Although our DNAs are similar, completely different species to me.
No.
Personally.
It's just so weird, right? How close we are. Like, we're cousins.
Yeah, which is the entire basis of evolution and everything like that.
I wonder, has anyone eaten? Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah,
rich people.
Yeah, most likely Chinese people.
Damn. Yeah, but that's
Chinese people eat anything and everything.
That's the thing, though.
I've seen a nasty ass Chinese dude that just ate that entire live octopus.
That's Korean.
It was like this big.
Oh, you're talking about whole for? Oh, I thought you meant the one where.
No. The ones where like Asian people in general, where they eat the little squids that are still kind of alive, but they dip them in the
soy
soup
sauce
first, or the soup to kill them.
No, they're still alive.
Oh,
it's still like wiggling around in your mouth and shit. Apparently, some people have choked from that because it gets caught.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
I don't know. Like
The Boys. The Boys. There's a superhero on there called The Deep. He's basically their version of Aquaman. He fucks octopus.
He fucks octopuses.
Yeah.
No, but going back to the Asians eat everything, I understand that kind of, because sometimes it's just you eat what you have. It's not like they have like systems like we do over here to like grow stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying most of them, they eat what they eat because they grew up eating it, and their parents grew up eating it, their parents. So it's not like it's not like it's their idea.
Yeah,
like me, I just made scrambled eggs this morning, but I grew up eating scrambled eggs.
But also, it's just like
it's normal to us. It's normal to them.
A lot of the people that eat that stuff, they're poor. They don't have the money for like beef, chicken, and stuff.
Yeah. My cousin Fook, his wife, from Vietnam. She was from Vietnam, before she came here and married and everything. Used to eat the rice field rats.
Yeah.
And everything because her logic behind it was that it's a rice field rat. All it's fed on is rice.
That's all their logics. I'm like, no, it's still a rat,
it's
bro.
still a rat, bro. It still lives in nasty sewers and it still lives in dirty places.
It's still a rat.
Still, disease containing. Not to say that our food is the cleanest. The FDA allows X amount of stuff in our chocolate. The FDA allows X amount of roach legs, rat fur in them, So
no.
It's food for an entire country. You can't be that careful to where there's nothing in it,
Look, man, if you see like Vietnam and their fish markets, they have to have like fresh fish every day, right? Because they don't have like fridges and stuff like we do. So there's no regulation on catching stuff either. They'll just catch stuff year round, and there's like no stopping them.
So it's other countries that mostly contribute to the decreasing population of sea wildlife and everything like that, huh?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Because when fishing season, snapper season comes around, I remember we went deep sea fishing. We had snappers. We caught red snappers and everything. I think it was like,
You get like 2.
yeah, it was like X amount per person.
Yeah.
And there were like cops on the water in boats, like what was it called?
Coast Guard.
Freaking no. It was like a marine cop or water marshal. I don't freaking know. basically, they go around in boats. They check for fishing licenses, boating licenses, and how much fish you have.
Yeah, but Okay, thank you for watching this episode, and catch you on the flippity flip. Yay!